Hey everybody, Model Man here, and I've just come home from a 3-week trip overseas to find my two main projects waiting for me in the paint booth there. R2AP, Apples, and the Star Destroyer bridge. And unfortunately, you can probably see the differences here. Yeah, looks like Apples got a little red on the Star Destroyer. Fortunately, all the fiber optic is not glued in yet, so potentially I could essentially take it all out. However, I won't have to go that far, and I'll show you why when we get to it. Those parts got a little red too, unfortunately. Just one more challenge. And speaking of one more challenge, back when the red layers went on, the last one went on a little too thick and it sanded off differently. So in some areas we got this gradation going on and it's pretty smooth. However, in others it's a ridge of paint that needs to be sanded down even more, and there's still some texture in there as well. That was too wet to paint back 3 weeks ago before I left. Now it's pretty much rock solid, I'm hoping. It should sand pretty well. But not only did I have that waiting for me, I also had these guys here. From round 2, the Mad Maestro. This thing is actually motorized and it's going to shake around, so we'll take a look at that. We got the Three Stooges continuing with the silver screen line that round 2 implemented. The Bat Missile in 1/25th scale, the Bat Wing in 1/25th scale, and the Headless Horseman. Stands 11 inches tall once fully built. So I'll be reviewing these guys. I've done a review of the 22-inch Eagle. I just haven't posted it yet, or I just haven't refined it yet. And basically, with the 3 weeks of travel, I really got to work on some of this, such as slow motion water at the fountains of Trafalgar Square, or some pouring water at Portmeirion, Wales. The trip to Skellig with a lot of wake. How about a slow motion puffin walking around? Birds flying. There's even a seal hanging out on a rock. Slow motion seaweed. Hypnotic. Still haven't organized all of this. More wake. Slow motion beach waves. Slow motion traveling on a train. Or how about lightning strikes in Portmeirion? And actual strokes. Or the changing light of the day from dawn onwards. Or how about the transition from night to morning over the village? But not only stuff like that. One Buckingham Place, the British Museum of Art, Westminster and Trafalgar Square with the National Gallery, a trip from Killarney to Portmagee, not only being at Skellig Michael, but also getting to, climbing it, being at the top, and departing again. And some beautiful shots of wake. A few oddities such as an electrically powered shower, driving around the Skellig Ring, hopping some trains, hanging out at stations, visiting the Portmadig War Memorial, a trip to Bournemouth, and a few days in the village. Beautiful stormy moonlight over the village, an overview of some Ireland and more puffins, and a look at Portmeirion. Not to mention the flight over. Oh yeah, and the main reason we went. The Star Wars convention in London this past July. So a bit of fun and a bit of work for me to take care of. So stay tuned for more, and as always, thanks for watching. See ya. And here are a few YouTube channels that might interest you. As always, the Scale Model Addict. Scott Gervan brings you his own work, and the Scale Model Addict Forum and Scale Model Addict Magazine. Dr. Faust's The Painting Clinic. Check out Tony for miniatures and model painting. What time is it? It's Cranky time. With his lab rat Ori assistant Igor, Dr. Cranky brings you the best in rats, rods, and rust. Steve Neal's Garage with Rosie the Wonder Dog, Mary, and Xena, featuring feature film props, restorations, and scale model artistry. Scott Alexander of Atomic City Models, specializing in 2001: A Space Odyssey model recreations and a few other notable genre pieces as well. Braddock 001, whether a 1-to-1 scale Borg sleep station, droids of any make or model, or even popular superhero armor or any kind of sculpture, look to Brad Carpenter to bring it. And for the trials, tribulations, and tales of my car Red 2 and its droid lemons, check in on Gears McTinkersome. Bad Grendels for fine model work, timer chips, and electronics knowledge. The ModelManTom channel would like to thank the following for their sponsorship. Elliot Brown of Kingston Vacuum Works, featuring Fedoratron.com, lighting for extraordinary modelers. Paul at thefiberopticstore.com, now presenting the beta version of its new site, thefiberopticprojects.com, for an exceptional selection and great prices of fiber optics of all sizes and quantities. Thefiberopticstore.com. Carpenter Creations. If you can dream it, you can make it. Brad and Carpenter, science fiction artists. From full-scale Borg cubicles or droid displays of all kinds. Carpenter Creations. Steve Neal's Garage. Props and models for motion picture and discerning collectors, as well as prosthetic makeup and CG. Contact Steve through stevenealsgarage.com. Model reviews from Round 2 Models. AMT, MPC, Polar Lights, and Lindbergh. Scale Model Addict Magazine. Issue 3 now available. Issue number 4 is in the works. The Orbital Defense Engineering Commission, a 2001: A Space Odyssey specific forum for scale model kits, reviews, news, and discussion. Odec.proboards.com. More than just talk, hobbytalk.com, a forum for every hobby. And for the finest reference collection of feature film studio props and miniatures and models, Modelers, Miniatures, and Magic at modelermagic.com.